If you're over 55 and walking 10,000 steps a day, I want you to hear this carefully. You're not lazy, you're not undisciplined, and you're definitely not doing something wrong. In fact, you're doing exactly what most experts have recommended for years. But here's the part no one explains. After 55, your body quietly changes the rules. You can hit 10,000 steps every single day, break a sweat, feel proud of your effort, and still watch that stubborn belly fat refuse to move. Not because you lack willpower, but because your metabolism, hormones, and muscle tissue are no longer responding the way they did at 35. And here's the uncomfortable truth. If you rely on steps alone, you could spend the next 5 years working hard and seeing very little change around your midsection. So the real question isn't, are you walking enough? It's this. Are you using the right strategy for the body you have now? Let's talk about what's really happening and what actually works after 55. Many adults over 55 tell me the same thing. I walk every day, I watch what I eat, but my belly just won't go down. Sound familiar? Here's what's happening behind the scenes. After age 50, your metabolism naturally slows down. You begin to lose muscle, even if your weight stays the same. This age-related muscle loss is called sarcopenia, and it can begin as early as your 40s but accelerates after 60. Muscle is metabolically active. It helps you burn calories even at rest. When you lose muscle, your resting metabolic rate drops. At the same time, insulin becomes less efficient. Cortisol, your stress hormone, tends to run higher. Hormonal shifts change how your body stores fat. And where does the body prefer to store fat as we age? Around the abdomen. Not just the soft fat under the skin, but deeper fat called visceral fat, which wraps around internal organs. You can be walking every day, but if your muscle mass is declining and your insulin sensitivity is worsening, your body is more likely to store belly fat than burn it. This isn't a failure of effort, it's physiology. Let's break this down in a way that makes sense. 3.1. Walking burns calories, but doesn't strongly stimulate metabolism. Walking 10,000 steps burns calories, yes, but here's the key difference. There's a difference between burning calories during activity and stimulating your metabolism long term. Walking is steady, low-intensity movement. It's excellent for heart health, joint mobility, circulation, mental clarity. But it does not significantly challenge muscle tissue. And without muscle stimulation, your body has no strong reason to maintain or build muscle mass. No muscle stimulation equals no metabolic upgrade. After age 50, preserving muscle becomes more important than increasing steps. Why? Because muscle improves insulin sensitivity, increases resting calorie burn, helps regulate blood sugar, reduces abdominal fat storage. When muscle declines, your body becomes less efficient at using carbohydrates. Instead of being stored in muscle for energy, they're more likely to be stored as fat, especially in the abdominal area. That's why someone can walk daily and still struggle with belly fat. As we age, cells can become less responsive to insulin. Insulin's job is to move sugar from your bloodstream into your cells. When cells resist insulin, blood sugar stays elevated longer. The body releases more insulin. Higher insulin promotes fat storage, and unfortunately, abdominal fat is particularly sensitive to insulin. This creates a cycle. More belly fat leads to more insulin resistance, leads to more belly fat. Walking helps somewhat, but it's not powerful enough on its own to reverse this cycle. Strength training and muscle stimulation are far more effective. Many adults over 55 are managing retirement adjustments, financial stress, health concerns, caregiving responsibilities. Chronic stress increases cortisol. Elevated cortisol encourages fat storage, particularly around the midsection. Low-intensity walking reduces stress. But without muscle work and blood sugar control, it doesn't fully address the metabolic side of the problem. Now, here's the empowering part. You don't need extreme workouts. You don't need hours at the gym. You need smarter strategy. Let's go through 3 science-backed approaches that are more effective than just counting steps. Strategy number 1. Light strength training, 2 to 3 times per week. If there is one habit that changes the trajectory of your metabolism after 55, this is it. Strength training is not about becoming a bodybuilder. It's about sending a clear biological message to your body. This muscle is needed. Don't break it down. After 50, your body naturally begins to lose muscle each year, and when muscle declines, your metabolism slows with it. That means fewer calories burned at rest, poorer blood sugar control, and a greater tendency to store fat, especially around the abdomen. Strength training interrupts that decline. When you gently challenge your muscles, you stimulate muscle fibers to repair and rebuild. That rebuilding process requires energy. It improves insulin sensitivity, it increases resting metabolic rate, and it shifts your body from fat-storing mode into a more metabolically active state. And here's the good news. You do not need heavy barbells or intense gym sessions. Light resistance is enough. This can include resistance bands at home, light dumbbells, simple bodyweight movements like chair squats or wall push-ups, weight machines with controlled moderate resistance. The goal is not exhaustion. The goal is stimulation. 2 to 3 sessions per week, about 20 to 30 minutes each, is sufficient for most adults over 55 to see measurable improvements in strength and metabolic health. Over time, this protects muscle mass, and muscle is your most powerful ally against belly fat. Walking keeps you moving. Strength training keeps you metabolically alive. After 55, muscle preservation isn't optional if fat loss is your goal. It's foundational strategy number 2, protein timing and muscle preservation. After 55, protein becomes more than just a nutrient. It becomes a strategy. Here's something most people don't realize. As you age, your muscles become less sensitive to protein. Scientists sometimes call this anabolic resistance. In simple terms, it means your body needs more protein than it did at 30 to trigger the same muscle repair response. If you're eating the way you did decades ago, you may unintentionally be underfueling your muscles. And this is especially common at breakfast. Many adults over 55 start the day with toast, oatmeal, fruit, or cereal, mostly carbohydrates and very little protein. By the time dinner comes around, that's when the majority of protein is eaten. But your muscles don't store protein for later use. They need it consistently throughout the day. Instead of a low-protein breakfast, consider options like Greek yogurt with berries, eggs with vegetables, a protein-rich smoothie, cottage cheese, lean meats or plant-based protein sources. The goal isn't extreme high-protein dieting. It's balanced distribution. When you spread protein across your meals, several powerful things happen. You preserve muscle tissue, you feel fuller longer, your blood sugar becomes more stable. And stable blood sugar means lower insulin spikes, which reduces the likelihood of abdominal fat storage. Protein also has a higher thermic effect than carbohydrates or fat, meaning your body burns slightly more calories digesting it. Small shifts create meaningful metabolic advantages. After 55, muscle preservation is not automatic. It must be supported. Adequate, consistent protein intake, combined with strength training, sends your body a clear message. We are keeping this muscle. And when muscle stays, metabolism follows. Strategy number 3, short post-meal walks. Here's something simple and powerful. Instead of focusing only on total daily steps, try this. Walk 10 to 15 minutes after meals. Research shows short post-meal walks improve blood sugar control more effectively than one longer walk earlier in the day. This directly reduces insulin spikes. Lower insulin equals less fat storage. It's a small adjustment, but metabolically, it's powerful. Optional strategy number 4, low-impact interval training. If your joints allow it, consider light interval training once or twice per week. This could look like 30 seconds slightly faster, walking 60 seconds normal pace, repeat for 10 to 15 minutes, or gentle cycling intervals. Intervals stimulate mitochondrial activity, cardiovascular fitness, metabolic flexibility, and they require far less time than long, steady sessions. Always adjust intensity based on your fitness level. Let me be clear, walking is not the enemy. Walking protects your heart, supports brain health, maintains mobility, reduces stress, lowers blood pressure. Keep walking. But understand this, walking is your foundation. Muscle work is your upgrade. If belly fat is your concern, walking alone may maintain health, but it may not change body composition significantly. Here's an example you can follow. Monday, 20 to 30 minutes, light strength training, 10-minute walk after dinner. Tuesday, regular walking, 10 to 15-minute walk after 2 meals. Wednesday, rest or gentle mobility work. Thursday, 20 to 30 minutes strength training, short post-meal walk. Friday, optional light intervals, 10 to 15 minutes, easy walking. Saturday, regular walking, focus on protein intake. Sunday, active recovery, stretching, light movement, nothing extreme, nothing overwhelming, but metabolically effective. Before beginning any new exercise or nutrition program, especially if you have medical conditions, joint issues, or take medications, consult your healthcare provider. This information is educational and not a medical diagnosis. Your body deserves individualized guidance. If you're over 55, here's what I want you to hear. Your body is not broken, it's adapting. And when you understand those adaptations, you can respond intelligently. You don't need to chase 15,000 steps. You don't need punishing workouts. You need muscle stimulation. You need blood sugar awareness. You need consistency. Belly fat after 55 isn't about willpower. It's about strategy. If this helped clarify things for you, let me know in the comments. Are you currently walking daily? Have you tried strength training? Your experience may help someone else watching. And remember, it's never too late to improve strength, metabolism, and confidence. You're not trying to turn back the clock. You're learning how to move forward, stronger,